So the power of small talk. Small talk is actually very powerful. It doesn't seem like it's very interesting or exciting, especially if you're like me, an introvert, kind of more low energy. You're not really excited or interested in just talking about the weather or talking about where someone is from. But this kind of conversation is actually necessary more often than not to just get to know someone so that you can eventually transition into a deeper and more effective and more substantive conversation, okay? So small talk is actually a very simple technique and a very simple tool that you can use to your advantage if you know what you're doing. The first thing when it comes to small talk is to observe and listen. Be open to the other person. Be curious about the other person. What is their background? What is their life like? What are their priorities? What are their goals right now? What are they working on? All that stuff is interesting material that you can work with when you first meet someone new and you're engaging in small talk. Small talk might just be 2 or 3 minutes, and then eventually after that 2 or 3 minute window, you transition into something more substantive, something more interesting or more engaging. But it's that initial period that enables you to smooth out the awkwardness and the potential tension and hesitancy and the shyness when two strangers are interacting with each other. General knowledge is one of the most important keys that has enabled me to engage in small talk and to connect with almost anybody on almost any level in almost any situation. General knowledge means that you are able to talk intelligently about different kinds of topics, a whole variety of topics and themes, ranging from sports, popular culture, movies, TV shows, whether it's business, whatever it may be, okay? So maybe you know nothing about international finance. Learn a couple things about it. Start reading the financial news. Start watching videos on financial news networks, right? There's a lot of content out there on the internet. There's endless amounts of content that you can consume and learn just to kind of get a general idea of what that world is like. Let's say you don't know anything about animals, but maybe some of your customers have a lot of pets and they really like animals, right? Well, learn a couple things about animals, about dogs, cats, goldfish, lizards, whatever it might be. Something that will enable you to tell a story, right? Something that will enable you to talk intelligently and in a fun and engaging way about that topic. That will just make the connection that much smoother and that much simpler. Instead of trying to force the conversation will come out naturally because you're actually now talking about something that your customer or that your follower is actually interested in. In addition to reading news and consuming media, another great way to increase your general knowledge base is to just simply ask people that you know, family members, friends, your boss, your colleagues, about stuff that's going on in their life. So maybe somebody recently went on a vacation to a foreign country that you've never heard of. You don't know anything about that country, but you're curious to learn more. Ask them some questions about it. What was it like there? What's the culture like? What was the food like? Is it a beach place? Is it a desert? Is it in the mountains? What's the climate like? What's the temperature like? There's so many great questions that you can ask and so much information that you can learn just from that one individual, from that one particular experience. Now imagine if you could apply the same methodology to many, many different friends, many family members that you have, many people in your life, having all kinds of experiences and all kinds of interesting specialties and domains of interest, right? This is all great opportunities for you to increase your knowledge base and thus become a more interesting and engaging speaker and to be able to engage in conversation with almost anybody in any situation. So I hope that helps. If you like the video, press like and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you soon.